Hey there, travel enthusiasts. It's your boy, Corey Kingston, back with another adventure. Today, we're trading in the tropical beaches and ancient ruins for the urban jungle, eh? Buckle up because we're headed north to the Great White North, Toronto, Canada, to be exact. Toronto's one of those cities that's got a little something for everyone, you know? We're talking world-class museums, buzzing nightlife, and enough delicious food to satisfy even the pickiest eaters. So whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or just looking for a good time, Toronto's got you covered. Stick with me, and I'll show you why this city's earned a spot on every traveler's bucket list. Let's get this show on the road. Alright, before we dive into all the amazing things you can do in Toronto, let's rewind a bit, yeah? Every city's got a story, and Toronto's is pretty darn interesting. We're talking way back centuries ago, when the area was inhabited by indigenous peoples, long before the European settlers arrived. The name Toronto itself actually comes from the Haudenosaunee word Tkaronto, meaning where trees stand in the water. Pretty cool, huh? Fast forward to the late 1700s, and Toronto's just a humble trading post known as York. But this little town had big dreams. It grew steadily, and by 1834, bam! It officially became the city of Toronto. From there, it was off to the races. Toronto's strategic location on Lake Ontario made it a prime spot for trade and industry. People from all over the world flocked here, each adding their own unique flavor to the city's cultural tapestry. One of the first things you'll notice when you land in Toronto is its incredible diversity. Seriously, this city's like a giant melting pot of cultures from every corner of the globe. Walk down the streets and you'll hear a symphony of languages, see a kaleidoscope of clothing styles, and smell a world of different cuisines all vying for your attention. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. This multiculturalism is woven into the very fabric of Toronto. It's not just about different ethnicities living side by side, it's about the beautiful fusion of traditions, languages, and ideas that creates this unique and vibrant atmosphere. It's like each community brings its own spice to the table, and together they create this incredible feast for the senses. Trust me, you won't find this kind of energy anywhere else. Toronto. It ain't just about those towering skyscrapers and that Canadian politeness, eh? It's a city with a pulse, a rhythm, a soundtrack that'll have you tapping your feet before you even realize it. And where better to experience that sonic energy than in its legendary music venues? We're talking places like the Massey Hall, a grand dame of a concert hall that's hosted everyone from Neil Young to Bob Dylan. It's got history seeping from the walls, the kind of place where you can practically feel the echoes of legends. Then you've got the Horseshoe Tavern, a gritty, intimate space that's been a breeding ground for Canadian rock icons like the Tragically Hip and Blue Rodeo. Trust me, catching a show at the Shoe is a rite of passage for any music lover in Toronto. And hey, if you're into something a little more cutting edge, you gotta check out the Drake Hotel. It's a hipster haven with a constantly rotating lineup of indie bands, DJs, and everything in between. Basically, Toronto's got a stage for every taste. Alright folks, let's talk about what really matters, the food. And trust me, in Toronto, you're gonna want to bring your appetite. This city's a melting pot of cultures, and that diversity is reflected in its incredible culinary scene. We're talking everything from authentic Italian trattorias in Little Italy to spicy Szechuan hot pots in Chinatown. You want mouth-watering jerk chicken? Head to Little Jamaica. Craving some pierogies? Roncesvalles Village has got you covered. The point is, you can travel the world without ever leaving Toronto, all through your taste buds. And the best part? You don't need to break the bank to eat like a king. As the sun sets over this dynamic city, Toronto transforms. The energy shifts, the music rises, and the nightlife comes alive. And let me tell you folks, Toronto knows how to party. We're talking everything from swanky rooftop bars with breathtaking city views to hidden speakeasies where you need a password to get in. Whether you're looking to dance the night away or sip craft cocktails in a sophisticated setting, Toronto's got you covered. And the best part? Each neighborhood has its own unique vibe. You can bar hop from the trendy Queen West district, known for its hipster bars and live music venues, to the upscale Yorkville neighborhood, where you'll find exclusive clubs and celebrity sightings. Alright guys, we're talking Toronto, and you can't mention Toronto without the CN Tower. This towering giant is not just a landmark, it's a symbol of the city's ambition and spirit. This iconic structure dominates the skyline and offers some of the most incredible views you'll find anywhere in the world. Imagine standing at the top, looking out over the sprawling cityscape, feeling like you're on top of the world. Standing at a staggering 553 meters, this engineering marvel held the record for the world's tallest freestanding structure for over 30 years. That's an impressive feat of human ingenuity and determination. Can you believe that? That's like older than me, and I'm pretty sure it's older than Cortez too. It's amazing to think about how long this tower has been a part of Toronto's skyline, inspiring awe and wonder in everyone who sees it. Now, I know some people are afraid of heights, but trust me, the view from the top is worth facing your fears. The experience of seeing the city from such a height is truly unforgettable. You can see the entire city sprawled out beneath you, the lake shimmering in the distance, and on a clear day, you can even see all the way to Niagara Falls. It's like having the world at your feet. And speaking of things to do at the top, besides the observation deck, they've got this crazy glass floor. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's an experience you won't want to miss. You can literally walk on air, or at least that's what it feels like. The sensation of looking straight down through the glass is both thrilling and a little bit terrifying. Don't worry, it's completely safe. The glass floor is designed to hold the weight of several people, so you can enjoy the experience without any fear. I even jumped up and down on it just to be sure. It's a fun way to test your courage and have a good laugh with friends. So, if you ever find yourself in Toronto, make sure to visit the CN Tower. It's an adventure you won't forget. Alright, from towering heights, we're now headed to a place with a completely different vibe, but equally as awesome, the Distillery District. This historic neighborhood is like stepping back in time, with its cobblestone streets, Victorian-era architecture, and a cool, artsy atmosphere. This place used to be home to a massive distillery, one of the largest in the world back in the day. But now, the old factories and warehouses have been transformed into trendy boutiques, art galleries, restaurants, and even a microbrewery. You can easily spend a whole afternoon just wandering around, checking out the unique shops and soaking up the atmosphere. They've got everything from handcrafted jewelry to one-of-a-kind art pieces. And let me tell you, I definitely did some damage to my credit card here. And if you're a foodie like me, you're in for a real treat. The Distillery District is a haven for food lovers, with everything from gourmet burgers to artisanal chocolates. And of course, no visit would be complete without trying some local craft beer. Alright folks, after exploring the city's urban delights, it's time to escape the concrete jungle and head to a place where you can relax, unwind, and soak up some nature, the Toronto Islands. Just a short ferry ride from downtown, these picturesque islands offer a peaceful retreat from the city's hustle and bustle. And the best part? You get stunning views of the Toronto skyline from across the water. Talk about the best of both worlds. Now you might be wondering, what's there to do on the islands? Well, let me tell you, there's something for everyone. You can rent a bike and explore the car-free paths, pack a picnic and relax by the lake, or even go for a swim at one of the beaches. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can rent a kayak or canoe and paddle your way around the islands. I did that once, and let's just say my arms were pretty sore the next day, but it was totally worth it. Alright guys, let's dive into a Toronto must-see, the Royal Ontario Museum, or as the locals call it, the ROM. This iconic institution is not just a museum, it's a journey through time and space, right in the heart of Toronto. This place is an absolute behemoth of history, art, and culture, all crammed under one seriously impressive roof. From the moment you step inside, you're greeted with a world of wonders that spans millennia and continents. We're talking about dinosaurs, ancient artifacts, and enough art to make your head spin. Imagine walking through halls where you can see towering dinosaur skeletons, intricate ancient pottery, and stunning works of art from every corner of the globe. The ROM first opened its doors back in 1914, and let me tell you, it's been wowing visitors ever since. Over the years, it has grown and evolved, becoming a beacon of knowledge and culture in the city. It's actually one of the largest museums in North America, and trust me, you could spend days here and still not see everything. With over 6 million items in its collection, the ROM offers a treasure trove of discoveries waiting to be made. But hey, that's what multiple visits are for, right? Each visit can be a new adventure, uncovering different exhibits and learning something new every time. Now, the ROM isn't just about dusty old relics, though there are plenty of those too. The museum is a dynamic space that bridges the past and the present, offering a rich tapestry of human history and creativity. They've got a rotating roster of modern exhibitions, so there's always something new to discover. These temporary exhibits bring fresh perspectives and contemporary issues to the forefront, making each visit unique. Plus, the building itself is a work of art with that crazy Michael Lee Chin crystal addition. This striking architectural marvel, added in 2007, has become a symbol of the museum's innovative spirit. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. The crystal's futuristic design contrasts beautifully with the original heritage building, creating a visual dialogue between the old and the new. So, whether you're a history buff, an art enthusiast, or just looking for a fun and fascinating way to spend a day, the ROM is a must-do in Toronto. The museum offers something for everyone, from interactive exhibits for kids to in-depth galleries for serious scholars. Stick with me and we'll explore some of the highlights of this incredible museum. From the awe-inspiring dinosaur galleries to the thought-provoking contemporary art exhibits, there's so much to see and experience. Let's embark on this journey together and uncover the stories that make the ROM a true gem of Toronto. All right, animal lovers, this one's for you. Whether you're a fan of the furry, the feathered, or the scaly, the Toronto Zoo has something to captivate your heart and mind. We're wrapping up our Toronto adventure with a trip to the Toronto Zoo, and let me tell you, this place is wild. From the moment you step through the gates, you're transported into a world teeming with life and excitement, and I mean that literally. The Toronto Zoo is home to an astonishing array of creatures, each more fascinating than the last. We're talking over 5,000 animals from around the world, spread out over 287 hectares. That's right, it's a sprawling sanctuary where you can encounter wildlife from every corner of the globe. It's basically a global safari right here in the heart of the city. Imagine traveling from the African savanna to the Australian outback, all in a single day. Now, the Toronto Zoo is all about conservation and education, so you know the animals are well cared for. The zookeepers are passionate about their work, ensuring that each animal's needs are met and that they thrive in their environments. They've got massive habitats designed to mimic the animals' natural environments, from the African savanna to the Canadian domain. These enclosures are meticulously crafted to provide the animals with a sense of home, complete with the flora and terrain they would find in the wild. You can spend the morning watching gorillas hang out in their rainforest, observing their social interactions and playful antics, and then be checking out polar bears chilling in the tundra trek by lunchtime. These majestic creatures are a sight to behold as they swim and play in their icy habitat. And the best part? The zoo is constantly evolving. They're always looking for ways to improve and expand, ensuring that visitors have new experiences every time they visit. They're always adding new exhibits, upgrading habitats, and bringing in new species. This commitment to growth and innovation keeps the zoo dynamic and engaging. Just last year, they welcomed a baby rhino, a significant milestone for the zoo's breeding program. And let me tell you, that little guy was adorable. Visitors flocked to see the playful calf, and he quickly became a star attraction. So even if you've been to the Toronto Zoo before, there's always something new to discover. Each visit offers a fresh perspective and new memories to be made. So grab your walking shoes, slather on that sunscreen, and prepare for a day filled with adventure and discovery. Get ready for a wild adventure. The Toronto Zoo is not just a place to see animals, it's a place to learn, to be inspired, and to connect with the natural world. The Toronto Zoo is the perfect way to end your Toronto trip on a fun, educational, and unforgettable note. Whether you're young or old, a first-time visitor or a seasoned zoo-goer, there's always something new to see and experience. So come on down and let the wild side of Toronto enchant you. And there you have it, folks. Our whirlwind tour of Toronto's top 10 must-do activities comes to an end. From the soaring heights of the CN Tower to the historical charm of the Distillery District, and from the wild wonders of the Toronto Zoo to the cultural gems of the Royal Ontario Museum, Toronto truly has something for everyone. I hope this video has inspired you to book your own Toronto adventure. And hey, if you do, be sure to let me know in the comments below which activity you're most excited about. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to Corey Kingston Travel for more travel tips, destination guides, and adventure inspiration. And if you're feeling extra generous, even a small donation helps me keep these videos coming. Every little bit helps. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep those travel vibes alive. We're off to uncover the hidden gems of Vancouver next, so stay tuned.